So sometimes your task list will feel overwhelming, and that's okay. You have to learn how to prioritize. I always tell you guys to have a task list for the day. Every single night you prepare yourself for the next day. And this is very powerful because you know what you're doing in the day. You're not just like scattered all around. You know exactly what to do. You're not like, you don't have time to scroll on TikTok because you're creating TikToks. You know, you don't have time to jerk off because you're going on a date and you're taking a woman home to fuck. You don't have time to eat cake because you got to go on a run. See, you got tasks, you got work to do, and you know what to do now. You don't have the excuse of ignorance. You know exactly what you have to do at what time. So you fill out your day, man. And a lot of guys that have tried this, they said they feel overwhelmed, and sometimes I do too. I'm not gonna lie. And they say I feel overwhelmed, and that they can't focus. You know that they just give up because it seems too hard. It's too much friction. A thing that you can do is obviously take out some tasks, right, and prioritize them, and putting in chronological order. I hope I'm using that word correctly. You put them in order, one thing after another after another. You don't have 20 different tasks and you don't know which to start with. You know that this is task number one, then you do the number two, then you do the number three and number four. You don't jump from task number one to task number six. So you know what to do after this thing is done, you do this thing. And after this is done, you do this thing. And you know exactly what to do at what time. This is very powerful. Another thing, if you feel overwhelmed, just cut out some tasks that are not really that important. This might work for some people. Now, for example, today I got 17 tasks, right? For me, it works perfectly. I don't feel overwhelmed because I know what to do by that order, right? Chronological order. I hope that I'm using that word correctly. I hope that I remember the definition right. Anyways, considering you just put them in order one after another, right? Maybe that might not work for someone. If you see 20 tasks, they just give up too early. What I will say to you, put up 5 most important tasks. Oh, but man, I don't know what are the most important tasks. I don't know what tasks to put, man. It's like it's stressful. Putting ink on a paper is stressful. Like writing down something that's stressful to you. Come on, bro. Listen, my advice for this would be, imagine you could do only one task for the day. One task every single day for the rest of your life. Actually, for the rest of this year, let's say, okay? For the rest of the year, you can only do one task every single day. Which one would it be? Which one would give you the highest ROI possible? You're a YouTuber, it would be recording videos. That's the most important. It's not as important to, I don't know, to make clips for Instagram Reels if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel. Now that's a secondary task, right? That's also important, but not the most important one. It's not important to reply to your comments and fucking engage with your audience if you don't have content to post. Engaging with your audience, again, it's important. I do it too, but only after my most highest ROI task is done. You have to be able to prioritize. So don't cope with it, and you'll handle it just fine. I know that I've given you the best possible advice, so drop a like on this on this video. Maybe leave a comment if you disagree with me on anything, or if you got a question or failed to explain something in a good way. But I think that this was a very helpful video for some of you guys that feel overwhelmed. And yeah, anyways, God bless you, and see you on the next one.